Hi there. I'm not BremSter.
I'm not BremSter either.
I'm FullDeck.
I'm missing a few cards.
And we're here to do another solve from the Family Day Out puzzle pack that BremSter and his mother Maggie created and that we've been enjoying very much so far. So here we are with lanterns.
This puzzle pack was created in memory of Noel, Brem's father, and we're happy to solve this in his honor.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we've got lanterns. And in lanterns, normal Sudoku rules apply. That means that in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box that's set off by darker lines, you have to place the digits 1 through 9 once each, no repetition.
The digits outside the grid are outside clues. They indicate that if a digit is outside the grid, it must appear in the first 3 cells seen in that direction. So for example, there must be a 2 in these 3 cells. And if we look at those 3 cells, they must contain a 7. And those 3 cells must contain a 2.
So, and then the other rule that we've got is that digits in cages, so here's a cage right here, cages are set off by dashed lines, and the digits in that cage have to sum to the number in the top left corner. So the 3 digits in this cage need to sum to 11, since that's what's in the upper left corner. You'll often also see the rule that digits can't repeat, but that doesn't come into play here because all of the cages are completely contained within a single box. So those are the rules. Let's
restart the timer.
Yep.
And let's give this a whirl.
All right. Okay, let's see. Where to start?
9's in row 9. Take them out of the 18 cage.
9s. Ah, yes, no 9s in there. So there's a 9 in one of those 2 cells.
And the 9's in box 5 are in column 6 because the outside clue in there, and it can't be in the 7 cage.
And the 9 cannot be in a 7 cage. Unless we were allowed to have a -2 as well, which I don't think we're allowed to have.
Okay, I have a deduction.
You have a deduction?
I have a deduction.
Okay.
What can the 14 cage in box 3 be?
That, I really hate to break it to you, not a deduction.
It will be once you make it.
I see. Okay, so a 14 can, in 2 cells, is either 5, 9 or 6, 8. But 6s in box 3 have to be in column 7. So this cannot be a 6, 8. It's going to have to be a 9, 5. And we can do a little better than that because the 9 must, in box 3, has to be in row 3. So we can actually resolve which one goes where. I have a deduction too.
Ah, can you state it in the form of a question?
I can, in fact. What does the combination of the outside 2 clue and the 18 cage and other information we might have in the grid do for us in box 8?
Well, it places the 2 outside the 18 cage.
Okay, and why would that be?
Because to make 18 with a 2, we'd have to have a 7 and a 9 to make up the remaining 16, and the 9 is outside of the cage.
There we go. Excellent. Okay. In case you can't tell, we really have fun teasing each other with this is a deduction, but then making the other person find it. So, okay.
Is that all you had?
Come on, just cut me some slack here. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, 5s in column 5 in box 2 have to be in column 5, but cannot be in row 2. So we can corner mark them in one of 2 spots. I have lost track of what this cage is. It's a 16.
16, and that could cause problems if we had both 9 and 5 in there, because we'd need a 2, but the 2 is in box 8 in there.
Would, yes. Also, the 2 is over here, so there's definitely not a 2 in that cage.
Okay, so we can't have both 9 and 5
yep.
in that cage.
One of them has to be down lower. Okay.
And at some point, we may use Sven's calculator to look at cage totals and see what we can put in.
So in here, we can actually make a very similar deduction because this 14 cage cannot be 6, 8 because the 6 is locked out of that cage. So it has to be a 5, 9 pair. And
we can place it.
Yep, the 5 there tells us which order. That's going to do nice things for our 9s over in box 8. We can place a 9. Oh, and actually we know that this one's not a 9 if I pay attention. Okay. 9s in box 9 have to be in row 9, but cannot be in column 8. So we can corner mark those. Got a lot of information about 9s, but not everything resolved by any stretch of the imagination. Do we want this time to mark off the clues we've done?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's decide that later.
Okay.
11 cage without a 2.
Could be 1 and then two things summing to 10. So 1, 3, 7 or 1, 4, 6. Oh, but we can't have a 3 in there.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a 1, it's a 1, 4, 6.
And
If there's no 1, then it has neither 1 nor 2 nor 3.
Yes,
So the least it could be would be 4, 5, 6, which is too much. So it is 1, 4, 6.
And the 6 is in row 3, column 2, because there's a 6 in column 3 in box.
Yes. So those are not 6. This is 6, and that takes 6 out over there.
Must be 7 cage in the column, must be a 2, 5.
Yep, cannot be 1, 6, cannot be 3, 4. So 2, 5. That places the 4 in one of these two cells. What about this 17 cage? Can we do something similar? It cannot have an 8 or a 9. 5, 6, and 7 would be 18, which is only 1 too much. So I think that means it has to be 4, 6, 7, because we need to bring one of those down by 1. We can't reduce the 6 or the 7. So this is a 4, 6, 7. And the 6 cannot be in column 7 because of the 6 outside clue, placing the 6 in box 3. So this is a 6. Which takes the 6 out from there. Okay, now the 4, 7 and the 6 combined on this 7 clue cannot be 1, 6 because the 6 is locked out, cannot be 3, 4 because the 4 is locked out, so it is also a 2, 5.
This is a 2, 5 pair in row 5?
Yes. We can also, 5s in column 9 can't be in box 3, can't be in box 6, and can't be in row 7. So 5s are locked down in those two cells.
The 7 cages in box 5, we can pencil mark as 1, 3, 4, 6, because they can't be 2 5s.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm seeing why. I didn't at first. I was going to argue with you. But if this were a 2, 5, or if this were a 2, 5, either case, we'd wind up with 3 cells that could only take 2 values, and that would be a problem. Yes. So we can only have 1, 6 or 3, 4. And in fact, one of them will be 1, 6, the other will be 3, 4. Where do 2 and 5 go in box 5?
Yep.
Okay, you say yes, but that's not actually an answer. That was not a yes or no question. Okay, and why?
They can't go in row 5.
Yeah, we've got a pair of them. So you have to 2, 5 in these two, which means
7,
particularly
8, 9 in the middle.
that cannot be a 9. So this is a 9, and we get a 7, 8 pair. That was much more information than I expected to get from that. So outside of these middle 5 cells, we have 1, 3, 4, and 6. So this is 1, 3, 4.
And one of the
No, this can't be a 3. This is either 1 or 4. Can't be a 6 from the column, and it can't be a 3 because there's a 3 over here.
Oh, right.
So this is 1, 4, 6. These can't be 4, so we only have 1, 3, 6 in play. That can't be a 6 because of the column. That's a 1, 3, and that's a 1, 3, 6. Now, if this were a 6, we'd need a 4 above it, but 4 in box 4 is locked into one of 2 cells, so that cannot be a 6. And to make up 10, we now need either a 6 to go with the 4 or a 9 to go with the 1.
We now have a 1, 4 pair in row 5, which resolves much of
Very
box
nice.
6.
That means that neither of these can be a 1, so we have a 3 and a 6, and that 6 needs a 4 to go with it.
Resolves the 2 7 cages, at least as to make up.
Yes, so this 7 cage cannot have a 4 in it, so it cannot be the 3, 4 pair. It's the 1, 6 pair, meaning that one is not the 1, 6 pair. This is just lovely interplay. This is the sort of puzzle that I really enjoy. Okay, now Now what? Where does 1 go in row 4 more or less? Can't go in box 4. Can't go in box 5. So there's a 1 in one of those two cells. Oh! I've got a deduction.
Can you state it in the form of a
I
question?
can, in fact. Where does 7 go in row 2?
In row 2.
Yes.
Oh, it's in box 3. Yes.
It's in box 3, and
there's a 4-7 pair in box
yes,
9.
the 4-7 pair looks up and rules that out of being a 7. That's a 7. I liked that. Made me happy.
So we can pencil mark 7s in box 6 now. Corner mark.
Yep, they cannot go here because of the 4-7 pair. They cannot go there. So 7s are here. I have another question. Where does 7 go in row 8, and what does that mean for the 17 cage in box 9?
Ah, very nice.
7s must be right there.
We should probably corner mark all of the outside clues now.
Possibly should. See which ones we've used. Okay. So we'll mark that. So we have not corner marked the 8. We have corner marked the 9s. Should we just mark them off if we've already done the corner marking, or?
Yeah.
So that one. Oh, I'm glad we're doing this, because this 2 puts those 2s there. That resolves this. That has to be a 5. That has to be a 2, which wraps over and gives us a 5 and a 2, which wraps over and gives us a 5 and a 2. Okay, so now that's done. Well, more or less, it's corner marked.
Yeah.
We've corner marked the 6s, we've corner marked the 7s, we've placed the 5, we've marked the 4s, we've marked the 2s, but we can go ahead and take that one out because we have a 2 looking up at it now. We have not marked the 3s. The 3s have to go in there. We've marked the 9s, we've marked the 5s, we've marked the 6s, we've placed the 7, we've placed the 9, we've placed the 3. Okay. So we only need to mark the 8s. Okay. All right, now. Box 6, we are missing 1, 7, 8, and 9. The 9s can't go there. So the 9s are in those. The 8s could be anywhere. No, they can't. The 8s cannot be up here. So this is either 1 or 9 only. This is 1, 7, or 8. This is 7 or 8, and that is 8 or 9. I get rid of my corner marking now.
What are the options for the 18 cage in row 9?
The 18 cage can't have a 2 or a 9. The most it could be would be 6, 7, 8, which would be 21, which is 3 too much. So we've got some flexi room. Could be 5, 6, 7, and then 4, 6, 8. Then we got lots of
7 in it.
If it doesn't have a
7 in it.
Okay, let's talk about why. I was going to go through why.
7 in row 7, and there's pencil marks.
Oh, yes, not because of the arithmetic, but because of the things. Okay, so there's a 7 in it, and then we need 11 to go with the 7 to get us to 18.
5, 6, or
3, 8.
3, 8.
Okay. If it's 5, 6, I'm not sure that we know enough yet to be able to really do anything. Oh, but we do know that there's a 5 in one of these two, because we have a 5 blocking column 6, and then we have 5s pointing on this one, and then a 5 looking across. So one of these two is a 5. So if it's 5, 6, 7, this is the 5, and that's a 6, 7 pair. But if it's 3, 8, 7, then we're not as solid. So let's hold off on that.
What about the cage in box 2? It doesn't have a 2 in it.
What's the total on it? 16?
Let's put it on the calculator.
Why does it not have a 2 in? Oh, because of the
it's a 2.
2's there. Okay. Okay, so we'll look at the calculator here. It does not have a 2 in it, but that still leaves a lot of possibilities. I'm not sure that's the right place to be looking. Oh, I've got one small thing. Where does the other 1, 4 go in column 2?
Yep. Row 9.
It can't be in box 1 because we've already got both of 1 and 4. It can't be in box 4 because we've got the other 1, 4. So the only other place it could go would be down at the bottom of column 2. It's small potatoes, but it's something. Don't really have that much to work with. Now we do know, we said before this can't have a 5 and a 9, but we've already sort of taken care of that. But 3s in column 1 are ruling the 3s out of column 1 in box 7. So we have
So you place 3 in
3s.
box 4.
3s have to be in column 3 in box 7. So in box 4, they're in column 2.
And there's a 3.
And there's a 3, 4 pair looking over. So that's a 3.
We can finish column 6 rather. Oh no, we can't. 7, 8, 9. Sorry.
How are we finishing
I
column
was
6?
seeing the 8, 9 as a.
Oh, row 6. Yeah, but we
Row
can't say
6.
that's 7, 8, 9. I mean, that's at least a triple. That's not horrible.
Where does 6 go in box 4?
Yes, and 6 in box 4 can't go in any of these, can't go in this column, and there's also 6s pointing up that way. So this is a 6,
Extra
which
4
gives us the 4, which gives us the 1.
Leaves us a 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, and 7, 8, 9.
Pencil mark 2s in box 2 in column 5, rows 2 and 3.
2s cannot be here, cannot be there.
And there's 2s in column 6 in box 8.
Oh, didn't even see those. Good. Okay, 2s are there. 2s are not in here. So they are over here in box 7, which means that's not a 2. That is a 2. And now, this 1 looks down. That's a 4. So this is a 7 or an 8 from the column, but there's a 7 in the row. So this is an 8, and that's a 7, which takes the 7 out of the rest of box 6 and there.
And places in box 6. Make it a 1, 8, 9 triple.
Oh, very nice. 1, 8, 9 triple places the 7. Lovely. Okay. Now, in box 8, 4s cannot be in rows 8 or 9, so they have to be in row 7. That means we don't have a 4 in the 18 cage.
We don't have a 9 in the 18
and we do
cage.
have a 7, and we don't have a 9, so we're still at the same possibilities. So it's either 3, 8, 7 or 5, 6, 7. I was hoping we would be ruling something out there. Two sixes, let's see. 5s, we've already
Place
marked.
4 in box 3.
4, 4, that's a 4.
So the cage in box 2, 16 cage, doesn't have a 4.
So it has either a 1 or a 3. We're looking at the killer cage calculator, the drop down, just so that we're being fully transparent here. But there's still 4 possibilities left, so I don't think we're ready to really tackle that yet. What about 8s? Oh, this is nice. Okay, in box 3, these 8s are looking up and ruling 8s out of column 9. So 8s have to be
Yep,
in
that's very nice.
column 7 in one of those two spots, which means they cannot be in column 7 in row 6. So that's a 9, that's a 1, that's an 8, that's a 9, that's an 8. That was quite helpful.
So box 1, column 1 is a 359 triple.
Yes, because 5, 9, and 3 are trapped over in columns 2 and 3 in box 7 and in box 4. So yes, this is a 359 triple.
And row 1, column 3 must be a 7.
That's not a 5. That's not a 9. That's a 7.
It's 7 out of the 16
7
gauge.
out there. Places a 7 there. And this has to be a 3, 6, 8 triple. That one's not a 6. That's all we get for narrowing that down. Huh.
But we take 7 out of the 16 gauge.
7 out of the 16 cage in box 2. So we have either 169 or 358 left. These in box 7 we are missing 2 and 4.
Nope.
No?
There's a 4
Oh, not 2 and 4.
Box. 1 and
Yeah,
2.
1 and 2. Okay, I can live with that. This is why we solve together, because I'm lackadaisical about you. This is very true. Okay. Next. Oh, what's left in column 8? Also 1 and 2. So in column 7, we're missing 1, 3, 6, and 8. We've already got 1 and 6 used in box 9 and 8. So that's a 3.
In fact, we've got a 168 in the column in box 3.
And this 3, now the only place left for a 9 is right there. Now you were saying up here, this is 168.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you were saying? Because I was on my own mental thread there. Okay. That one's not 6. That's not an 8.
So we're left with 2 and 3 in the box.
Ooh, placeable.
Placeable.
3 and 2. So this is not a 3.
So does that narrow down the 16 cage yet?
Possibly. Let's see.
Yes,
it does. Now
it's
it's a 169.
Place the 9.
Yes, this is the 9 has to be there because of the outside clue. That is not
And
a
that
9.
places the 5.
And the 5 is placed, which places the 2.
And the 5 looks across to box 1.
Excellent. 3, 9, 5. The 1, 6 pair gives us an 8, which cleans up box 3.
And that cleans up the rest of box
1 gives us the 4 and the 1. Oh, that just fell into, that was like butter.
3 and 4 in row 2.
3 and 4. Okay. See if I can make the mouse work. 3 and 4. 7 and 8. It gives us a 7, 8 pair in column 4 and a 3, 4 pair.
Cage in box.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
8. There.
Okay. And then we have a 3, 4 pair in column 6, which takes the 4 out from there and places the 4.
Pencil box, which we do.
Sometimes, and then we'll discover that we're completely wrong and that I've made a boo-boo somewhere, and it's always my boo-boo. The 4 looks down, 3 and 4. Okay, so
column 9.
Okay, we need 5 and 8, and that's placeable.
That places a 5 in the cage in box 8.
Excellent. 5. The 8 also looks over and gives us a 3. So this is a 1, 2.
And the cage is 5, 6, 7.
Cage is 5, 6, 7, isn't it? Because we knew it had to be totaling 13. Okay, can we resolve those? There's nothing in the column. Oh, yeah, the 6, 7 looks across, but I also want to note that we've got 6s locked into those columns. We'll come back to that in a minute.
We've got a 1, 6 pair in column 5 as well, which
6. Okay, so what are we using?
So either we use the 1, 6 pair in column 5 to resolve the 18
yeah, beautiful.
cage,
that's the easy way to see it.
Or we use the X-wing on 6s in boxes 2, and 8 to place the 6 in row 6
Yes.
in column 4.
So one way to look at this is restating what Missing just said. 1 6s give us a 7 there, and then things will open up. But the other way to see this, and this is the way I saw it first, and I kind of like this, 6s are trapped into these 2 columns in box 4 and into those same 2 columns in box 8, which means that if this were a 6, then we would have a 6 in column 6 in row 9 and also in row 1. So this can't be a 6 either way. Let's use the 1 6 pair. That gives us the 7 and the 6.
And
The 6 looks up. 1 and 6. The 6 looks down, giving us the 1 and the 6.
The 1 looks down.
And the 2 looks over. The 2 looks over. Okay.
7 looks up in column 5.
7 and 5, 8, and then that 7 looks up to give us the 8 and the 7, and we're pretty much done. This column is missing a 1. This okay, this column is missing a 2, and then this.
We've got a 2 in the column already. That was a bad statement on my part. We have a 2 in the row.
Oh,
and
we
in the
do.
column
Yes,
and in
you
the
do.
box.
Yes. So see, there we go. With the pencil marks, we hadn't cleaned it up. This is why we have 2 of us.
That's a 3.
This column is missing a 3, and now the box is missing an 8.
8.
There we go. Another
Lots of
beautiful
deliberate
puzzle.
mistakes on my
Yeah,
part.
that's it. That's what it was. We make mistakes all the time, and we may or may not make deliberate ones when we're teaching. These weren't deliberate. But that was really, really fun.
That was a lovely puzzle.
Really lovely. The
Well done,
interaction there.
And Brem.
Yes,
Sorry.
absolutely. The interaction there between the cages and the outside clues was really nice. The 14 cages with the 6s locked out to give us the 5 9 pairs, and then the 9 or 5 clues to resolve the order of those. And the fact that then we wound up with this 2 and the 3, setting up that 11 cages having to be 1 4 6. That was just gorgeous as well. Really nice construction. Really, really lovely puzzle. We're having a lot of fun with this back.
Mhm.
There's only 2 to go. I'm sad, but hopefully there'll be more.
Well, I'm hoping Maggie enjoyed setting enough that we're going to see lots more Maggie BremSter puzzles coming out in the future. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Me too. That would be absolutely lovely because this is quite a bit of fun. Do give it a go. Do post your time and how many solves you're seeing
And like
in the
and
comments below.
subscribe
Yes, all of those
for
wonderful
BremSter's
things.
channel.
Yes. He brings so much to the community.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much. And
Yes,
as Brem would
Brem.
say,
Good luck with your solving. You say it too?
oh, okay. Well, good luck with your solving for all of you.